I said at the start of this episode that I was torn on a dedication between two deserving choices. And we went with LT, we went Lawrence Taylor, because you can't look past the greatest ever at a position, okay? And maybe the greatest arguably ever at defense or at football in general. So it's hard to overlook Lawrence Taylor. But there was a very, very close second because it represents one of sports' most treasured records, which was set by one of sports' most iconic names. And that's what I want to wrap with for episode 56. So the record that I'm talking about, well, if you're a baseball fan, right, and I say 56, you instantly respond with 1941, Joltin Joe DiMaggio, 56 consecutive games with at least one hit. Again, one of the most coveted records in sports. I'm not sure if it's unbreakable. A lot of experts and baseball historians do feel that it is unbreakable, but I think it might actually be broken. It might be one of those records just because I just feel that with the offensive, focus of baseball these days, somebody might be bound to break it. But hey, nobody's come close in decades. So what do I know? I do recall Pete Rose making a run at it in 1978. I think he made it to 44 games. I was around 10 years old at the time. I recall sitting on the porch with my grandfather each night tracking Pete Rose to see whether he got a hit to extend his streak or not through that summer, that season. But DiMaggio, interestingly, he was stopped from reaching 57 games against the Indians. But after that game that he went hitless that broke his streak at 56, he then went on a 16-game streak, hitting streak after that. So if he got a hit in that game, that 57th game against the Indians, he would have amassed a 73-game hitting streak, 73 games. DiMaggio, of course, was a great on the field, but he transcended baseball. He became just sort of part of American pop culture, just a key component of it. I mean, you got Simon and Garfunkel lyrics about DiMaggio, you got Billy Joel lyrics, Madonna lyrics, John Fogerty lyrics. They all mentioned DiMaggio in different songs and hit songs. He had a celebrity marriage, of course, with Marilyn Monroe, some political intrigue with his views on the Kennedys. Mr. Coffee ads, right? I remember that as a kid when he was Mr. Coffee. He did all those advertisements on TV for Mr. Coffee. And then he's got a mention and played a role in masterpieces like The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway, of all people. So for his time, Joe DiMaggio was Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Mike Trout, all wrapped into one. And what's interesting about DiMaggio and why I want to tie him into the conclusion of episode 56 with the Mentorship Academy, he started out in life in a working poor family in the North Beach area of San Francisco, the son of immigrants, and very similar, right, to some of those students in the Mentorship Academy. And let's make sure that our young adults out there in America's urban and rural communities, they've got a shot at realizing their untapped greatness, just like DiMaggio ended up doing. So enjoy your week, make a difference in the positive ledger that is life, go out and do. Talk to you soon.